Rolling! Shout out. No? Alright.
What?
Reviewing movies and cars. Episode, I don't know. 2? Well, 2 with you, but there's been other people, like Tim.
There's been other people?
Yeah, Tim.
Oh, man.
Before I moved to LA. Anyway, so we just saw, Peterson. What did we see?
Die Hard something.
Die Hard something.
That's not the title of the movie at all. That it's not the side of the road you should be driving on, sir.
Another Day to Die Hard.
Yeah, no, Another Day. No, Die Hard.
No.
Another Day. Die Another Day. No, that was a Bond movie. It was called A Good Day to Die Hard. First question: why are the movies called Die Hard? That doesn't make. I never understood that. I'm not a huge Die Hard fan, so like, is this explained in any of the movies?
Well, Die Hard, it's like the Die Hard batteries. You know, he doesn't. It's very hard for him to die. As you can see in the movie that we just witnessed, he's jumped out of many
Things.
buildings.
There are lots of people falling out of things, jumping out of things, onto things, things going through other things. A lot of things in this movie. One of the things early on that bothered me was the fact that
I jumped a flight of steps once and broke my feet.
he drives the SUV into the military like tank thing. That doesn't make sense. Wouldn't the SUV just like crumple on impact? You know, and
Yeah, but it's John McClane.
Why are the end of all big masculine blowout movies?
I don't know what the ending. The ending's a
cheesier
big
than a
problem
chick
with this
flick.
movie.
so to ruin the ending for everyone, you know, they have that weird conversation, father and son, John McClane and John McClane, and then like they fly back home and they get reunited with John McClane's daughter and John McClane's sister, which is one person, and then they freeze frame. But like we haven't heard about the daughter for like an hour or an hour and a half, and no one cares about the daughter. I don't know. What was your problem with that?
Was it even the same? You know, I gotta look. Did Mary Elizabeth whatever? Did she play the daughter in the last movie? I don't know. So I mean, just for that scene, it's like, you know, it's like we've been invested in these characters through all the movies, but we've just been introduced to 2 of these characters in one movie, and they have this like kind of corny like walking off into the sunset thing, you know.
Were we satisfied with the number of explosions and like and shit
Yes.
like that?
Yes,
Definitely a
the
lot of
action and
stuff.
everything
A lot
was-
of stuff blew up. I was happy about that. The guns were really loud. That was cool. I like the loud guns. I thought the villains were okay. Yeah, okay. We're good with okay.
Yeah.
There's like 3 of them too, you know, which was a little confusing.
Yeah, the big thing with this movie is I shouldn't have read any of the reviews or anything, or shouldn't have listened to people, because I went into this, everyone says it sucks, and it's like, you know, not very good, and but then I also know their reasons. You know, everyone said it wasn't very good because it didn't have much of a plot, you know, and it had no humor in it. It was just all action and explosions, but that's what I want to see.
Yeah, it was
So-
it was definitely very 80s for me in that regard. There a lot of action. I thought there was a plot. You know, it was like Safe House, but like it didn't blow. You know, I mean, it wasn't. It had more of a plot than a lot of 80s movies with Stallone and Schwarzenegger and those guys. I thought it was a little weird when like the one villain came in and he's like eating a carrot and he starts dancing, which like just think about that
Wait,
statement.
the big muscle-bound guy, he didn't do anything. He
Yeah,
just
what
got
was
blown
it?
up.
So there was that,
Oh
that
my
guy
God.
with the guy without the shirt.
Yeah, I
What?
was waiting. What happened to that? Is there some kind of deleted scene where he's like wrestling with a chain or something?
Yeah, like
What?
ran or like fucking another dude in the ass.
I totally thought he was gonna be.
Yeah, randomly. It's like that scene in Cruising where like the fucking naked cowboy comes in and beats the shit out of Al Pacino and then just leaves and it's never referenced.
But you don't remember.
I think
Die
that was
Hard
Cruising.
2. But the villain in that movie is William Sadler, and he's introduced like just ripped and completely naked. You see his butt, you know. But he kicks some ass in it. They keep showing that other guy, and I thought there was going to be some like fucking hard-on fight. I pulled my cock out and everything. Like nothing happened.
In the other movies, is Bruce Willis's son like in them?
No,
No, at all.
no.
So that's the whole. I mean, the whole like setup in this is pretty much just an excuse to get John McClane to Russia, which is okay, fine. I found it a little much, but you know, I kind of wonder if this was like originally written as like a standalone movie with nothing to do with Die Hard, you know, and then they just shoot.
Yeah, and they just changed everyone's names, like Super Mario Brothers 2.
Yeah, well, you mean
Video
the video game. That's a good reference there. I don't know if people are gonna catch that, or Butt Sluts 2, or was that Butt Sluts 3?
I don't know. You know, I remember when they did the last movie, they talked about like a similar plot or something, but then they made it about his daughter, and then they made it cyber terrorism. I think the last two movies had pretty intricate, like really intricate plots, and this one was fairly simple. You know, it just kind of hit the beats.
Yeah, it's no Die Hard 3, but it's where would you put it on your chain of Die Hards?
Probably 5.
That doesn't make sense.
Because it's Die Hard 5.
So it's 5th?
Yes.
It's the worst one for you?
I don't know. I got to go back and watch 2. I always said I never was a fan of 2, but I think that's mostly because my dad called bullshit the whole movie.
Yeah.
Because it took place in an airport, and he's like, that can't be done.
Yeah. Like I said, I'm not a huge Die Hard guy. I haven't seen the original since I was probably like 10. I love Die Hard 3. That was pretty badass. I don't really remember the last one. I'm pretty sure I've seen all of them. I may not have seen number 2. So for me, this is probably the second best besides Die Hard 3. I thought it was awesome. It was a lot of fun.
Don't get me wrong. I don't think it's bad. I'm probably going to go on Facebook and try to pick fights with everyone just so I can call people pussies.
Yeah. Well, I think if you... I don't know. I see no logical reason to not enjoy this movie unless you're not expecting... I mean, if you're expecting an action movie with Bruce Willis, that's what this is, and it's a pretty...
Well, yeah,
it's pretty
good.
good.
Roper's review, like with Roper saying, because the first movie was so fresh and everything when it came out in 1988, they used a regular actor and not an action star, and they really changed everything and gave the character some depth, you know.
I guess. Did that happen in the first one? I don't remember it like that.
He flies out to see his wife. They're having problems. He gets trapped in that building.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't really remember the character having any depth or anything.
Yeah, he's trying to get the family back together, and I don't remember him being an alcoholic in that one. He was an alcoholic in the third one.
Okay.
But, you know, there's a whole, like, walkie-talkie conversation with him and the cop, the guy from Family Matters.
Oh, yeah.
And, you know, and, like, just talking about families and everything, you know. So,
I sort of remember that.
Look. Like, concerned look. Like,
Peterson.
Can you guys please stop doing this?
Peterson, you have the floor.
I had nothing to say. I was just admiring Walt's beard.
I was admiring Jay's lips the whole time.
Jai?
Jai? His name is Jai.
Oh, I'm sorry. I have a friend whose name is Jay, and she spells it like that.
Okay, so on a scale from 1 to 11, real quick, Walt, what'd you give it?
Why wouldn't it? No.
Yes.
No, movies get rated on a 4-point basis.
Peterson, on a scale from 1 to 11.
Music 5. All right.
Real quick.
And then Thai food 10.
9.
Okay?
Peterson gave us a 9 out of 11. 9/11. Never forget.
I give it 2.5 stars.
Out of 11?
Out of 4.
Well, so out of 11, that's like
I don't know, do the
that's
fucking
like
math.
a
You guys get out your learned books and your college
7 and
degrees
a quarter.
You know.
7 and a quarter, maybe out of 11 is what that comes out to.
Well, let's see, 2 of 4. So average of 11 would be 5.5, and then.
Anyways, out of 11,
so that's
I give it a
7.
I don't know, 8, 9. I don't know, 10, somewhere in there. Give it a 9. Yeah, 9/11. 2 9/11s.
What, you give it a 9?
Yeah, Peterson really liked it. She, I don't know, maybe she's got a thing for Jai Courtney or that other dude, Bruce Willis, or like Russians. Maybe she's into Russians. Okay, this movie's 10 minutes long.
Okay.